Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Ingress.
Yo, what's up, guys? Ingress here. So today we're going to go over Hwoarang, some of Hwoarang's basic stuff. Now this is only for basic beginners, so if you're new to the game or you want to pick up a like a new character, or you just want to learn the character so you can learn the matchup, that's probably the video for you. I mean, there's like 20,000 other Hwoarang guides, but I'm gonna do my own. So let's get into it, right? So as you can see, now this is Hwoarang's default stance. Right foot forward, or left foot forward. I'm sorry. This is left foot forward. As you can see, his left foot is facing forward. That's why it's called left foot forward, or you call it LFF or default. You call it one of those three. It doesn't really matter. So yeah. He has like good pokes in his stance or whatever. He has a safe launcher, things like that. So we're not gonna get that deep. I just wanna show you how the stance game works. Now his stance, if you want to switch, which is called motion switch, if you like to bind your buttons, I would recommend it. Or if you don't, I would highly recommend it, because a lot of people have trouble with switching stances. I would switch it to 3+4, which is left kick and right kick. So that's 3+4. I would bind those buttons if I were you. To stop getting confused on the stance or like having trouble with it. Because a lot of people, they have trouble with it. So I bind my buttons. I'm gonna be honest with you, because that's what I would do. So now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna get deeper to the stance game, right? So as you can see, this is right foot forward. Hwoarang has probably a bit more options in here in this stance, more than anything that I know. He can still jab. He has jabs in both. He has jabs in this one. He could do like certain strings. He could transition out of it. Things like that. Depending on what you're looking for, right? So now we are going to get into the other stuff. So now we're gonna do the back turn, right? So this is back turn left foot forward, or default, or whatever you want to call it. Call it whatever you want. Now the thing about this stance right here is he's limited, so you gotta be wary of how you're using it. But he does have Oki options out of it, so you gotta be careful on how you use that also. Or mix the game up, mix up your Oki. That's what it's good for, I think. A lot of Hwoarang specialists kind of sort of use this, but they use it differently, so you never know. So now we're going to switch stances, right? Now we're going to switch to this one. I should have did it the other way, but I didn't. But it doesn't matter at this point. But so now this is right foot forward back turn. Like I said, he's back turn, so his options are limited depending on how you do it. You can grab out. I think you can grab out of both options, but you're only going to get like a certain amount of options that you want with the grab. You could do like you can do grabs out of back turn with Hwoarang, so it doesn't really matter. You pick and choose which one. So yeah, like I said though, he's limited in back turn, so you got to be careful on how you're using it. So now we are going to get into the meaty stuff, which is the cool stuff, right? Now, I know a lot of you guys that are like, watching all these like high level players like Speed, shout out to Speed Kicks, TK Muse, like Korean players, Rest, Hwoarang, people like that. They might use this. I don't know. I haven't really seen them use it that much, but it depends on how your game plan goes, right? So now here's a here's another cool way to use your stances, right? So you can cancel out of this stance, right? But first, we're gonna get into this stance right here first, because you're gonna want to learn how to do this first, right? So this is my Flamingo stance. This is probably forward, neutral 3. Now the thing about that stance here is, now not only can you just hold it, you know, you can hold it, but you got to be careful because you can get hit out of this, but you do have an option to, you know, have people that retaliate. But you got to be careful. But he could do, like, you know, a couple things in his stance. You just gotta, you know, be careful how you're doing it. He can go back, he can go left, he can go right. He pretty much has like an auto sidestep inside of his Flamingo. So you just gotta, you know, be careful on how you're doing it. You might end up stepping on a certain character. You know, you might get a sidestep launch. Now that I've explained that, not only does he have that, but he could, which I screwed up on, but he has a right foot forward also in Flamingo. So this is right Flamingo. Now this one here is a little different from the regular one because he has options like, you know, like right foot forward. So they both have different options, right? You can move around like you saw earlier. I was moving backwards, forwards. You could, you could do the little auto sidestep, you know, things like that. So now the thing about this stance here is it's not as strong. I don't know how strong it is in this season, but I don't think it's that strong. But it does have a little bit of evasion if you're, you know, you look at the sidestep things or make a read or whatever. So what I would do if I were you, I would be careful on using this one also because you can't block. You can't block. You have to hold it. You have to hold that. I'm basically saying hold that L if you get hit. So you gotta hold it. Now we're gonna get into the meaty part that I was talking about earlier. Now you can cancel it in this stance, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you can cancel in it, right? Stuff like that. It's the same way. It's the armor move actually, but you can cancel out of it. You know, you can do stuff. You know. Now, don't do that yet. I just know how to do that. So, yeah, don't do this yet. It's too early for beginners. The stance, yeah, way too early. You know, things like that, like fox step. You know, too advanced for like beginners. I think the next video, I'm probably gonna do the offense because I think that'll work out. You know, if you learn like layer from layer from layer from layer from layer, right? So yeah. So like my thoughts on this character as a beginner, he was hard for me, but he kind of grew over time. I started taking him a little serious because, you know, he's one of my favorite characters in the game. He's like definitely top, like the best. I think he's the best. That's because I like the character. But like, yeah. So I stuck to him. I've been playing for like 3 years. There's a lot of good Hwoarangs out there that helped me get better. I don't know if they want me to say their names, but shout out to them. Appreciate you guys. So now it's like they gave me the push, so now I could help other people, which I don't mind doing. But yeah. So next video, I might, you know, next video we're gonna do punishes, right? We're not gonna do it this time because I feel like there's people that still need to. I'm gonna let people, like, you know, kind of let it settle in on how to, you know, do stance game. So now, like I said before, I'm gonna do a quick run. I'm gonna do a rerun with you guys. So this is left foot forward. right foot forward, back turn, left foot forward, back turn, right foot forward, and you go back. Now, if you want, you can play a mini game, so you don't get confused. So what I used to do is I used to make a guess. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on right foot forward, bam, which is wrong. You know, I hit the wrong button, but you know, you get a concept. You know, if it's wrong, you start over. But I would, if I were you guys, I would bind my buttons. 3+4. It's for this motion switch right here, kind of. If you want to do, you know, back turn stuff, do 1+2. And you can do like cool stuff like this, right? But that's like, you know, that's for like later on. Like later on in your journey, learning how to play the game. But like if you want to go ahead and learn how to play Hwoarang instead of waiting for me, there's like, you know, like ton of videos, you know, out there, you know, things like that. Just gotta take your time. Or, you know, we'll next time we'll go through those punishes, but I'm gonna do a different video on that. So I might switch it up. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm out. Peace.